Hello, everyone, and welcome to show number 1, season 2 of At the Picnics with our opening feature event, which is going to be tomorrow night at Cranbourne for the Corinthian. We have, of course, Danny Walker with us, and Adam Bodey is just having some problems on his end, so we're hoping he can join us. He's there, but we just can't hear him, and he can't hear us. So, Danny, how are you? You're going in for shoulder surgery on Monday?
Certainly am, about time. So I'll be starting the picnic season on the sidelines. I don't think I'll be looking at being back in the saddle till probably February or March. So it's going to be a little bit frustrating, to be quite honest with you. So I'm getting obviously your mare / a paint ready and Barringer, and we'll see how those guys go. But first and foremost, we've got a ripping little kick-off. The season opener over 1,200 at Cranbourne for the Corinthian.
We have.
Nice full field.
I was just going to ask you a quick question.
With 2 emergencies.
If or when another jockey is riding one of your horses that you train and would normally ride, is that frustrating for you to watch? Thinking I could do this, I could do that, especially if they
riding track work. I miss riding him track work. I've got one filly that I've had a couple of niggly little problems, and she's got a few little issues. And Barringer's a bit quirky and a bit tricky too. He gets feet problems, so I find watching those horses really, really frustrating because I'm not always able to physically see what is necessarily niggling them. Whereas normally when I'm riding them, I can jump on and I know exactly where it is, and I can cut feedback or ring the massage person, or get whatever it is that I would normally get checked. But because I can't saddle up, Colin's been doing my track work and that for me, because he can saddle up and everything. And if I have anything pull me the wrong way or anything, I'm quite useless. Yep. So in that sense, it's been really, really hard. It's been a really, really shitful adjustment period. And ask my husband, I've been really, really great to have around when I'm frustrated with how my horses are going.
Fantastic.
But we seem to have a pretty okay system going now, and I think we're getting through the harder bits of it, and I think we're sort of onwards and upwards from here, it seems to be going. So fingers crossed that's where we're going.
Sorry, dogs are going off. Someone's at the door. And also you've had Amy Herman help you out as well, and Dylan Dean's been helping you.
Yep. Dylan's ridden a few trials on that for me, and I've also got another really ripper, Shaz. She rides track work for me as well. She's been fantastic. She's done a great job educating one of my older, hotter horses. He can be quite a bit quirky, but we've managed to get him to the barriers and trial and everything this prep. And Adam McCabe's jumped on as well a couple of times. But Amy's been a great help getting all the horses, and that galloped in the morning.
Adam, he's here.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, look out.
Oh, hang on.
Been the greatest picnic jockey
off the bat.
We're certainly not great on the technical side of life.
We're actually in the middle of doing the show, so I can't bleep that out. So when I actually upload this to YouTube, there's actually a question that says, is this applicable for kids? Normally I say yes. This one I'll say no.
It'll be right. It's not that bad.
Sorry.
You're right.
What a great start.
How are you, mate?
How are you both?
To have you.
I'm good. Good, thanks. Yeah. Hi, guys. Yeah.
All good.
Sorry about all.
No, you're perfect timing. We're just about to talk about the Corinthian tomorrow night.
Cool.
But before we get into that, what have you been up to so our lovely listeners know what Mr. Bodey's been doing?
Geez, not much. Just track work supervising. Obviously, we've come off the back of a fantastic football season. So now it's spring racing and then into the cricket. That's
What happened in the footy season? Did I miss something?
I think you know what happened, mate. Collingwood won a grand final, one of the best grand finals I've ever seen.
Actually, no, full credit, mate. No, Collingwood was fantastic, and Collingwood were the best side all season and deserved to win. So good, all Collingwood supporters, good on you and congratulations.
Yeah, it was an absolute cracker.
I was pretty happy with that.
Yeah, well done. So, Adam, your thoughts before we go through the field. What are your thoughts on the field tomorrow night? I think it's actually quite strong.
Yeah, it's a good picnic field, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. It's pretty evenly matched. It's probably puts the picnic horses / everyone on display. It's a great little field. Yeah, very competitive. Very competitive.
There's some big weights, which some horses are carrying. I mean, we'll start off with Dishes in a moment, who's literally carrying the grandstand, 73 kilos. I've
Oh,
never
come on,
seen.
it's not as I have, and you have seen horses carry that much weight. You lie.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I've just,
Come on.
okay, I have,
Yeah.
but
Right, Howling
look,
Wolf.
no,
Come
no,
on.
but I'm not. I think the handicap is right. I think on its recent form, it won the Cup in New South Wales last week. I can't remember the name of the track. So it's definitely in good form. Lockhart, that's the one. Definitely in good form. You can see why it's carrying the 73. Surprisingly favourite, because we know Dishes is generally a miler horse. But got Tyson Barton aboard, $4.80 favourite when I looked last time. What are your thoughts on it, Danny?
I agree with you. I think he's normally more deadly at the mile. Definitely, he's been such a grand campaigner. He's such a tough old horse, and he loves racing. So, deserved weight carrier, and in some regards, definitely a deserved favourite because of his consistency. 70, he's going to carry 74. I think there's a couple of dangers lower down in the weight that are going to really make him feel that the last 200. Not so much the last 200, but he's going to have to carry it every bit of the way. It's a 1200. There's a sneaky little horse that I reckon Bodey will be strapping that gets in really nicely with the weights at 67. Although it's not an overly big horse. Definitely gutsy and definitely a really good little horse over this sort of a distance too.
That's Hayrick Lane we're talking about, but we'll get to that in a minute. Now, Dishes has drawn barrier 2. Now, very interesting that Steady Jam number 2, Sean Cooper has chosen to ride that instead of Dishes, and Dishes has always been his go-to horse because he's had so much success with it. He's decided to ride Steady Jam carrying 71 from barrier 1. As I said, Dishes has got barrier 2, both trained by Don Dwyer. Interesting to see what the tactics is going to be. We know Steady Jam is fantastic over the 1,000 metres. The last 200 really is going to be asking a lot of Steady Jam. 9-1 at the moment, which I think is actually overs. I think it's a fantastic each-way bet. But yeah, interesting to see what Don's going to do. Will Jam lead or will Dishes lead? Both from the inside barriers. That could set up the whole race.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, but you've also got some other horses. I think. What are your thoughts, Bodes? Come on, you're sitting on the fence here.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's going to be interesting to see what he does with the 2 runners from the inside draw. It's hard to map out really. I'm not too sure. Be interesting.
Okay, so
and then you go down to the 3, Angel Toff, who's renowned for going forward.
Barrier.
I think you've ridden him a couple of times in the past too, Bodes.
Who?
Angel Toff. Did you ride him at all?
No.
After you. Okay.
Yeah, after me.
got barrier 8 carrying 70. Young Jasmine Trenwith. Good to see she's got a ride.
And claim. She'll claim off that.
She'll claim off that. So good on her. So it's got every chance. Then we've got continuation. Good to see Henry Jaggard's got a ride. Interesting to see how it goes. Probably a little bit too short, I think.
Possibly, yeah. I think its better form's definitely up over further trips. Femme Americaine, it's another one drawn wide. Chelsea aboard, definitely has been one of the really solid picnic performers of past seasons. And but once again, I'd like her over further ground. And Capthorne, 1,000-metre specialist at Wollemi. How many has it won down there? It's won a few down there now. You're going to sleep, Boats. Am I boring you that much?
No. I'm actually agreeing with you. No. I was listening intently because I've had an eye on Copthorne for quite some time. Yeah.
It works out of Pakenham too.
Yeah, I think he's going super. I just didn't know how he'd go over the 6 furlongs, but I think he's won over 1,300. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think that was at Alex, possibly too.
Yeah. He's I saw him at $17 today. I couldn't believe that.
It's won at Willamai over 888. And it's got a really good 1,000-metre record. So yet to be proven at 1,200. So There you go.
Okay.
So another one that'll probably be up near the lead. But just going back to Femme Americaine, it'll be rattling home. We know that, but
Oh,
probably going to
always
get
does.
too far back. And good to see young Chelsea Hurd's got a ride. She's been battling for a while to get rides, and she's been going up to New South Wales in the picnics up there, and it's actually been going all right. So well done, Chelsea. I'm
Yeah,
wrapped you
she
got a
rides
ride.
well. She's
Does.
got a little one as well. So she
It
missed it.
has.
Oh, she didn't miss a season or anything, but she was a bit quiet coming back last season or the season before because she's got a little one now too. And I think her daughter's probably close to 2 now.
Yep.
Um,
And,
yeah, but no,
and
it's really, really good. It's been so hard to get a go the last couple of seasons because there's so many of us.
yep.
And
She
it's
lives
really,
far
really
away
good to
too.
see her.
She lives up
Yeah.
Shepparton Way, if I remember rightly. And her husband is actually a bit of a rodeo star.
Yes, he is. And she also got into she ropes as well.
Okay. There you go. Did not know that. Sorry, then we're going to Copthorne. Raise on it. Well,
Look
we
out.
know what Ray. Look out. If Razor's on, I think Copthorne's a very big chance. Going into number 7, Bow Trooper with Grant Seckham on it. Yeah, look.
Really interesting runner. I reckon it
First
could be
up.
a dark horse.
Yep.
Yep. First
Yep.
up, I think it's had a couple of jump outs.
Yes, it has.
And it has got a bit of short trip form. So it's definitely one to watch as well.
Number 8, See It All. I mean, had a fantastic season last season. Mel McDonald's on board as she normally is. Again,
Yep.
not too sure what it's going to be like first up. There's a lot of chances in this race.
Yeah, you've got some really solid milers that are resuming and are going to be fresh up and are going to be ready to go. So they'll be flashing home. If there's a bit of pace on, you'll be really having to watch out over your shoulder as to who's going to come over the top. But there's some really handy sprinters as well. And I still reckon the 9's going to be hard to beat. Why did it go? What was the story? She went for a spell last season and had just had enough because she was going to boat.
She got injured, I thought.
Yeah, she had a few issues. Yeah. Sort of caught up with it, unfortunately, towards the end of the season that thwarted her campaign. So probably Connections probably could have pushed another one, but decided just to pull up stumps that we'd sort of
She'd had a good track for you, though. I think you won 3 or 4 with her, didn't you?
She won 5.
5. See, I told
yeah.
you I can't count.
Yeah, no, that's all right, mate. No, she just, it was just a unanimous decision that we just pull up and, resume. And this has been the target this campaign.
Since last season, it would have been on the eyes.
Yep.
So she had surgery to her off foreleg apparently, and has had 2 jump outs. One of them was behind Copthorne, so that's interesting. But I personally think, and you two will probably agree, that she's the class horse of the race, and if she's anywhere near fit, I think she's set up to win this.
Bodes isn't going to say too much, I don't reckon, because he's a part owner.
He wants odds.
He's being very quiet. He wants to keep his odds safe, I feel.
Yeah. Oh no! Look, it's a hard race to have a bet in, to be honest. She's a 7-year-old mare resuming, so we don't know what's catching up with her or
So in other words, in the trial, they really didn't let her go as quick as she could have. Am I pretty well close to that?
Oh no! I think that they ran pretty good time in that trial. Oh, hang on, are you talking about the first one or the second one? I'm trying to think now. I should know. I was there. One of them. They ran
the first of them was a slick time.
Yeah. Slick time. I thought she was fairly good. I thought the second jump out looked a little bit underwhelming, but they ran good time in that too, and she was probably ridden close to the speed against a better class of horse. So it probably makes her class of horse look a little bit, as I said, underwhelming. Yeah. We'll see what happens.
In other words, everybody, put your house on it. So we're coming up to
gamble responsibly, people. Don't put anything more than you can afford. Hey, both of you on strapping duties tomorrow night.
Picnic Bet will look after you too.
Yeah, support Picnic Bet. No, I'm not on strapping duties. The lovely Taya Mita will be on strapping duties. So those two fillies together will turn a few heads. So I'm just there for the
You
just
will
for
be
the
there.
occasion.
All right,
Yeah, I'll be there. Yep,
we're
yep.
definitely catching up for that beer, mate.
Yeah, okay, be great. Yep.
Awesome, mate. Sounds great.
Yeah, hate a beer. Hate a beer.
I heard that.
Yeah, I'm the same. Absolutely.
Number 10, Moolah Man. Another lady's got a ride there, Sophie Clayfield, 65 and a half. I don't know. This is an interesting horse, this one. I don't know much about it. You guys will probably know
It
more
used
than
to
me.
run in Jackson Pallets colours.
Okay.
So Jackson used to train it.
John Heath is the trainer.
Yep. And I will probably know his face when I see him because I know who he is, but I can't picture his face. So sorry. But look, it'll be interesting to see how he comes in with a new camp and to see how he goes over the shorter trip. He's another one that's got more form over further.
Yeah.
I can't talk today. Over further.
Over further. Yep. Number 11, Space Cowboy, Jack Vigona, first emergency. For people that don't realise, the picnic fields don't have any more than 10 horses, so that's why 11 and 12 are emergencies. Probably every chance if it gets a run, but again, probably looking for longer.
Yeah, trialled up nice, not bad the other day in a pretty slick sort of a trial as well. My horse was in the same jump out, but the horse looks a treat. Gary's got him looking really well. But whether he gets a start or not will also be the next question. I think another question that a lot of people are going to be wondering until the track gets walked tomorrow morning is how wet it's actually going to be because we have had
very good point.
Yep. Yeah.
So
Good for at the moment.
Yeah, I'd beg to possibly differ.
You bullshit.
Yeah.
And we know if Cranbourne gets a sprinkle of water on it, suddenly turns to heavy. We know that. So
and I've got to be honest, I'm only 10 minutes from the track and we've got puddles in otherwise bare paddocks at the moment. So, they were dry yesterday and I'm walking around with gumboots required today to get in and out of paddocks. So we have had a bit. So it'll be interesting to see what it comes up as.
Yep.
I thought we might have got the call up. There might have been a transfer like last week. Well, we've had a fair drop. I thought, oh, we might be coming down this way. But
the day's not over yet. Wait for tomorrow.
At number 12, Sky Warrior, Debbie Waymouth.
I actually thought it was a shame that this horse missed out in the field. It's a ripping chance, and it's an emergency.
Rebecca the Warrior's on it.
Yeah.
She's a superstar.
Deb the Warrior and Rebecca trains it.
63 kilo. I think if it gets in, it's a sneaky chance.
It's a big sneaky chance, especially with the lightweight. And it's not so much that it's got such a lightweight. It's the other good horses have got such big weights. And okay, they're seasoned to carrying some of these weights, but if you get something that's half handy and got in with a lot less weight than you have, it's a big difference at times. And especially being on a bigger track than what we're used to, it gives a lot of these horses a better chance to get home and get round the other horses. Being on the really tight tracks, you struggle when you get out wide. Those inside runs can be really advantageous. That was a big word for me tonight. And so it will be interesting to see how it pans and what sort of tactics come into play.
Now, I've just wanted to say a big thank you to Benny Spall. About 15 minutes before the show went to air, he sent me his form for tomorrow night and his pick. So a lot of the stuff I've said was off him. So thank you, Benny. You must have known we were doing a show tonight.
Is that slack? You're not even doing your own research.
No, look,
nice.
I knew all this already. I'm just double checking off Ben. So he's picked Bow Trooper to win from Copthorne, Hayrick Lane, and Steady Jam.
There you go.
My tip, I'm going to go for Steady Jam, and I'm not saying that to be biased because Don trains my horses.
I was going to say there's no bias in any of that at all.
No bias. I'm pretty confident he's been going well. I'm going to go from Hayrick Lane. If Hayrick Lane is anywhere near fit, massive chance. Then I'll probably put if Sky Warrior gets a start, I'm going to put that in for third.
What's your fourth?
Oh, geez.
Come on,
I'll go Copthorne. All right, but gamble responsibly and do not put anything on that I've said. I wouldn't know.
Can I give you mine?
Yeah, go for it.
Yes, please, guys, get on.
Hayrick Lane into Copthorne into Dishies.
Okay.
There you go.
The fact that Bose has picked Hayrick Lane, as I said before, get on it.
You never know. He might be the mods to
Get on it.
the
Get on it.
system yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about your...
Mate, I haven't backed a winner for about 4 weeks. The other day I backed one at $1.60 just so I could remember what it felt like to back a winner again.
Oh, I had a tip on Tuesday night at the Dogs, his first starter. It was going to win by a mile. $1.80 favourite, got back into $1.60. I thought, you just can't back that. And it got smashed. So there you go. So don't listen to tips. That's what I say. Daddy, what's
I jumped on Craig Williams's 2 that he went on at the weekend after we interviewed him the other day. So yeah, I had a good weekend. I was pretty happy with that. Mine for this, I'm going to go Hayrick Lane.
Yep. Into
Copthorne, into Bow Trooper and Steady Jam. But the danger is if Beck Weymouth's horse gets in, I reckon it's a smashing each way chance.
Put it in your tries if it gets in.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll back half the field. I'm sure to come up with something.
And last show we had Canberra Willer on, and can I say he had 2 rides the next day at Warrnambool, which we forgot to mention. One of them won by a country mile.
Yes, it did. I missed that one too. I did watch it. I barracked for it on the couch, but that was about it.
Oh, I had a little bit each one. So
isn't he a good lad?
He's a good kid, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's a very good lad. Very good lad. Yep.
Did
So
you
tell
watch?
us, both, what else is going on over at Pakenham? Are you getting to watch a few fast horses getting ready to go around with those good stables of yours that are out there?
Wow. I had the privilege of sneaking out. I was stationed in the pool this week, which keeps me away from watching the gallops, but I snuck out on Tuesday morning when a little black horse called I Wish I Win snuck out for his gallop.
Oh yes.
Just going around in a little race called the Everest on Saturday.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And it's funny, like I'm nervous as hell and it's got nothing to do with me. But I'm invested. He just an absolute gem of a horse. So yeah, that's a good thing to be a part of that I'm not actually a part of, if that makes sense.
Love to be a close quarter spectator.
He will win.
Is it true, Adam, that whoever wins the Everest, the jockey has to climb Mount Everest?
I don't know about that, but just so long as the jockey that wins the Everest, hopefully it's Trumpy Nolan, buys the old supervisors maybe a couple of beers just for pulling a few strings here or there. But no, there's plenty of nice horses down there. Obviously I don't get to ride them anymore, so I've developed a different skill set, I guess, with the eyes, and it's really nice to cast your eyes over some really nice horses. The Moody's camp in particular has got some really nice young fillies.
Nice.
So,
yeah,
I mean, in one sense.
Yeah.
I just want to clarify that.
Adam, are you one of those guys? If there's races at Pakenham, and you know a lot of the trainers and jockeys, and do you actually pretend you own some of the horses and go in the winner's circle and grab a free drink? I've been known to do that. I'll be honest, I've done it.
Have you?
I've done it.
No, I haven't. No, I haven't, mate. But I do tend to think that I'm a part of it in some way. But no, I haven't.
See, if you've got a friend, who's an owner, you just follow them in, mate. No one asks any questions.
Yeah. Well, it's a good point. And I do. I've got plenty of mates in horses, invested in horses that are trained down there. So I'll have to
do it, mate. Do it. Just follow them in. There's no one that asking if you an owner. You just walk in.
Yeah. Oh, look, I don't have to do that anyway, mate. They know who I am.
Ask us for our tags when we go to the races these days, Paul. It's because of you.
I've been known to do it. So you watch, all the tracks are going to be looking for me now. They're going to have a picture of me going, this guy probably doesn't own this horse. Don't let him in.
Watch out for this freeloader.
That's right.
So, folks, if you're keeping an eye on all the nice fillies and horseflesh that are getting around, are there any old gumboots that are floating around still?
Yeah, occasionally. Yeah.
Oh, that's
a few gun boots floating around. But I just want to touch on what you said there before, mate, about getting into the mounting yard for a free beer and stuff. I don't have to worry about that. I just walk through, mate.
Yeah, of course. You're royalty, mate.
Everybody knows.
Mate, there's a little bit of red. There's a little bit of red carpet on the side, and as you're approaching, mate, flick it out and go, here he comes. You know?
Yeah, you know.
The pros of seeing Damien Oliver retire. We had Adam Bodey. He was the go to the picnic circuit.
That's
so
right.
you know he's always welcome in anywhere he goes. Always
Absolutely.
welcome.
So he should be. As I said last time we
Or
interviewed him,
kicked out.
if you're at the
Either
picnic
that or
races,
kicked out, one or the other.
at the picnic races, if you couldn't pick a winner, just back Bodey. That's what all my friends used to say when I started going, and I used to always walk home a winner.
That's it. You get one out of the 6 at least.
That's exactly.
So
Hey, touching on, sorry, mate.
no, you're right. Go.
I was just going to say, touching on Damien Oliver, like retiring, like he was always my idol or someone that I tried to, what do you say, emulate your style on when I was coming through. And what a fantastic athlete to be so good for so long.
Yep.
For
In
so
his whole
long.
career.
Yeah. Just and at the best of the best for so long. You know, like when you started the picnics and when I was an apprentice, like he was just the one to watch.
And he's still cutting the mustard.
That's right. And, you know, like you watch a couple of his rides over, you know, the spring carnival and that, and he can still make the others look, he still looks like the greatest. It's,
the fairy tale of when his brother died and he won the Melbourne Cup that year.
Tinkling stuff. I got to work on the movie for that. It was unreal.
Remember he looked up and let's hope. And again, another fairy tale, if he could win the Melbourne Cup this year or the Cox Plate, a massive Group 1 Caulfield Cup, how good would that be?
Yeah, well, he's got one group race to his name for the season so far. We have, you know, we're only just at the kickoff point. So he certainly,
I think he's struggling for a Cox Plate Melbourne Cup mounts, isn't he, at the moment? He's nothing sort of doing for him, but
for the goodness of racing, someone put him on.
Yeah.
Danny,
find something.
Nominate one of yours. Get him on it.
I haven't got anything that goes fast enough to go around there.
Well, we'll work something out.
You'd be better off asking Reese or something if they've got anything. Actually, also congratulations to Toby Lake, who during the last few weeks got his first winner at the pros too.
He did.
Yeah, it's good.
Well done, Tobes.
That was really good to see too.
What track was that at?
Bendigo, was it?
Okay. That's good on
you, mate.
I think
it was his home track,
Yeah, I think it was Bendigo because I remember Ben interviewed him, and of course him and they're both from up there, and so is Reese. So I'm pretty sure it was Bendigo, but I'm not always renowned for having a great memory, so don't quote me on that one.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Right. We've got just under a minute left, but speaking of Toby Lake, I've just put him down on my list to get him on a future show, Danny. I think that would be a good one. All right. Bodes, thank you so much for joining us, mate. You got in late, but you still got here. You're always welcome to come on another show anytime, mate, and we will get you on. We love having you on. You're full of knowledge, mate, and everyone loves you. So, Danny, good luck to you Monday of your operation. I hope it all goes well. And
Thank you.
I would say that probably I'll have to come down after work a couple of nights next week and help you guys out. I promise I'll do that.
Well, somebody be floating around. We'll get it all done. But anyway, like Scalacci, the rest of us better get out of here. And time's
good luck.
up.
Good luck to everyone. Good luck to everyone tomorrow night.
Good luck tomorrow night, Bo.
See you there.
And
all the best.
Stay safe, everyone. Take care. Thank you.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.
See you guys.
Hey, going.